Oh.
Are you gonna like announce them or no? I just.
That's A.
Happy holidays, everybody, as it is great to be here in San Antonio, Texas. PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video this upcoming Saturday night from the Frost Bank Center, home of the San Antonio Spurs. It all goes down 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. You can purchase the pay-per-view on Prime Video or traditional cable or satellite providers or ppv.com. It is a holiday treat for fight fans around the globe. In our main event, we have the entertaining and Mexican superstar Pitbull Cruz taking on reigning world champion Lamont Roach. That in our main event. Also, we have rising Mexican star Jesus Mono Ramos going head-to-head against top contender Shane Mosley Jr. for the interim WBC middleweight championship of the world. WBA middleweight world champion Edislandi, the American Dream Alada, will defend his crown against the hard-hitting challenger from Venezuela, Johan Gonzalez. And two-division world champion Stephen Fulton Jr. takes on the WBC super featherweight champion of the world, O'Shaquie Foster, for Foster's title in the co-main event. Now, tickets are going quickly. A limited amount are available. For those of you that are here in San Antonio and want to make it here to the Alamo City, get them now. Ticketmaster.com is how you do so. And do not forget to join us anywhere around the world on pay-per-view. The event is promoted by TGB Promotions in association with MP Promotions, Pro Boxing Promotions, and Box Stars. Also, the Fulton versus Foster fight is promoted in association with Top Rank. Pitbull versus Roach, it is presented by Thomas J. Henry, Built to Win, and sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. On top of our loaded pay-per-view card, we have fights that are available streaming for free on Prime Video, regardless of Prime membership. We have a 3-fight lineup that will be headlined by the return of top contender Frank Martin, matching up against the two-division world champion Francis Bartholomew. Before we get to the pay-per-view, we want to hear from the fighters who will be competing on Prime Video. That action gets going at 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific time. That is 4:30 local time here in San Antonio. Our first matchup, 10 rounds in the super featherweight division. This man with a record of 18 wins, opposite 3 defeats, 9 of them coming by way of knockout. A native of Buenos Aires, Argentina, no stranger to springing upsets as he knocked out top UK fighter James Dickens back in July of 2023. He will say his comments from his seat. Please welcome and give a round of applause to Hector Sosa. Hector, your thoughts on the matchup on Saturday?
Los primeros comentarios de cara a la pelea de este sábado.
Bueno, primero que nada, buenas tardes para todos. Agradecerle a los promotores por esta oportunidad. Para mí es importante pelear en lo que todos boxeadores soñamos. Así que nada, vengo bien preparado para dar un buen espectáculo.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. And First of all, I want to thank the promotion and everybody that made this fight possible. A true dream come true for me. So now, what I'm going to do is show my preparation and what I've done in order to be ready for this big stage.
His opponent on Saturday is undefeated. 21 fights, 21 victories, 14 of those coming by way of knockout. He is from Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, now training in Las Vegas under the guidance of one of the best trainers on the planet, Bob Santos. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Luis Nunez. Luis, your thoughts?
Tus primeras sensaciones de cara a la pelea del sábado, contanos.
Primeramente, buenas tardes. Gracias por la oportunidad. Me siento totalmente preparado para esta pelea y nada, venimos ready para darle un buen show.
I'm really thankful for this stage, this opportunity that I'm being given, and I can assure you that I'm going to be 100% ready to take advantage of it.
Cannot wait for that one. It is Hector Sosa and Luis Nunez. Our next matchup on Prime Video on Saturday afternoon. 10 rounds in the super welterweight division. This man with a record of 31 wins, opposite 5 defeats, 29 big wins coming by way of knockout. Joining us from Sonora, Mexico. He has won 5 straight, looking to make it 6 in a row. All of those 5 victories that he's had consecutively have come by way of stoppage. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, Roberto Valenzuela Jr.
Roberto, tus sensaciones de cara a la pelea del sábado.
Sí, no, primeramente que nada quiero agradecer a la promotora por esta oportunidad y pues decirle a la gente que esperen una gran pelea. Trabajamos muy duro para esta victoria y pues vamos a sorprender aquí a San Antonio con una guerra y vamos a darlo todo arriba del ring.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the promotion for making this fight possible, and I want to let the fans know that they can expect a great fight. We're going to put out a war out there, and it's going to be a can't-miss event. I know that I can pull off the upset. I am going to pull off the upset, and you're not going to want to miss it because we're going to give it all out there.
Valenzuela predicting a war, and I'm sure that his opponent on Saturday likes to hear that. 17 wins, no losses, 13 victories coming inside the distance. A native of La Paz, California, Sur, Mexico, now training in Las Vegas under the guidance of Bob Santos. Earned 5 national medals representing Mexico as an amateur and has stopped his last 6 opponents entering this Saturday, December 6th. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the perfect Isaac La Bestia Lucero.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas tardes. Primero que nada, gracias a Dios por permitirme estar aquí. Y para esta pelea, pienso que va a ser una guerra. Va a ser una guerra entre 2 mexicanos, un peleador experimentado, pero me preparé mucho con dedicación y con toda la fe vamos por la victoria.
Well, first of all, thank God for this opportunity and for allowing me to be here. I totally agree. It's going to be a war, and the best kind of war, a kind of Mexican war that's going to be out there. We're going to leave it all out there on the ring, and I too am ready to face any kind of challenge that comes my way. I can't wait.
2 Mexican prize fighters going at it, predicting a war in San Antonio. I'm sure that is going to electrify the fans at Frost Bank Center and everyone watching around the world. Again, that is free, available on Prime Video, regardless of Prime membership subscription. Our main event on our prelim portion. What a matchup this is going to be as we welcome one half of that main event on the prelims. 30 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 15 wins coming by way of knockout. Proudly representing Havana, Cuba, now fighting out of Las Vegas. Former world champion at 130 and 135 pounds. Returning to action after coming up short in loss at the hands of Jose Ramirez back in 2024. This man has certainly been a world-class prize fighter for quite some time and looking to make a definitive statement on Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Francis Bartholomew.
Muchas gracias a todos los presentes, a toda la prensa aquí presente. Y nada, quisiera iniciar dándole las gracias a Dios mediante por tenerme aquí. Segundo, a Jaime, a mi hermana Luis de Cuba Jr., que creo que sin ellos yo no pudiese estar aquí a esta larga edad que tengo ya en el deporte, que soy un veterano. Y nada, vengo muy contento, muy motivado, ¿no? porque vengo a estar a esta altura todavía peleando en el primer nivel con grandes oponentes como lo es Frank Martin aquí a mi lado. Y nada, me vengo motivado, tenemos consciente de quién es Frank Martin, un joven peleador muy talentoso. Y nada, eso me da la medida de que he tenido que coger el entrenamiento con serio carácter. Y nada, esperen lo mejor de mí, que saben que yo siempre vengo a dar un espectáculo, a dar un buen show, y creo que este no va a ser la excepción. Muchas gracias.
I'd like to thank God for allowing me to be here. First of all, I would also like to thank everybody that made it possible, beginning with Al Heyman, PBC, Amazon Prime, Louis Cruz Jr., everybody that was able to allow this fight to happen. And I'm super motivated, super happy, because it's an opportunity for me to showcase my skills once again against the top-notch opponent like Frank Martin. Frank is very talented. I know that he's going to put me at my best, and I know that I'm going to be more than ready to be up to the challenge and to face what's going to be an amazing fight.
Let's meet the other half of our main event on our prelim portion with a record of 18 wins, opposite 1 defeat, 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Promoted by Errol Spence Jr.'s Man Down Promotions, fighting out of Dallas and now trained by Buddy McGirt, returns after coming up short in a 2024 World Title Championship opportunity against Gervonta Davis. Climbed the rankings with a win over Michel Rivera and Artem Hartunian. Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to see him back inside the ring. This man has really worked his way up the ladder, and he's back after coming up short. Here is Frank Martin.
Yeah! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
First off, I want to thank God, everybody, just being able to be here, be at the event. I want to thank everybody that's a part of TGB, PBC, who put the event together. All y'all beautiful people out there right now, understand, for, here supporting. I'm glad to be back. It's been a minute. It's been almost like 2 years, just being off. So I'm just excited to be back. I've been working nonstop, ever since since my last fight. I've just been active in the gym, staying active. So I'm excited to be back. I got some new stuff, some new tricks in my bag. I'm ready to showcase and show everybody, exactly who I am and what I have, in me as a fighter. So I'm just glad to be back. I appreciate my opponent, Rances, for accepting the fight, and may we have a good fight come fight night.
It'll be a tremendous matchup as this are 3 of what a card on our prelim portion. I'm going to go and talk with Hector Sosa from Argentina. Hector, you come from a rich boxing country that is Argentina. How much do you want to represent your native country and make those that are in Argentina proud of your performance on Saturday?
Héctor, nuestro país tiene una tradición boxística muy extensa y muy rica también. ¿Qué tan motivados están para querer representar ese legado y enorgullecer al pueblo argentino este sábado?
Sí, como sabemos, Argentina tiene grandes peleadores como Lucas Matisse, Brian Castaño, Chino Maidana, y nada, vengo con esa sangre ahí bien caliente, representando a mi país de la mejor manera. Estoy muy motivado porque es una oportunidad que esperé casi toda mi vida, así que vengo bien preparado y motivado para ayudarme a la victoria.
Absolutely, like you said, Argentina has a very rich history. Just recently with Matisse, Castaño, Maidana, and I am a warm-blooded fighter, and I know that I'm going to be ready to seize the moment. So I want to make my country proud, and I know I can do it.
Now for your opponent, Luis Nunez, and Luis, I'm going to speak with you. You're undefeated, but you're trained under the guidance of Bob Santos. How much has Bob helped you out when it comes to your career and the fact that you want to maintain your perfect record after Saturday?
Bueno, entrenar con Bob, gran entrenador. Entonces, contanos cómo te ayudó el estar bajo su tutela y además, ¿te sentís presionado por mantener el invicto o es algo en lo que no pensás?
Pues sí, realmente estar con vos me ha ayudado bastante. Siento que como peleador he madurado aún mucho más. Mi calidad boxística ha aumentado a un 100%. Y sobre estar presionado no creo, porque ya he tenido grandes guerras y he salido por las puertas grandes. O sea que esta pelea es dura, pero es la cima.
Look, Bob is absolutely an amazing trainer that has shaped my career in ways that have allowed me to mature and grow 100%. The difference is palpable. And when it comes to my undefeated record, I don't feel any pressure at all. I just see it as one more fight, one more step towards the greatness that I want to achieve.
All right, that is Luis Nunez and Hector Sosa. Now our next matchup on our prelim portion, Isaac Lucero, Roberto Valenzuela Jr. Roberto, you were promising a war between two Mexican prize fighters. Why do you feel so? Styles of both.
Se preparó para salir a ganar y pues esa noche va a ganar el mejor, va a ser un choque de dos trenes donde va a ganar el mejor.
When you put two Mexican fighters in the ring, it's automatically going to be a war, no doubt about it. I know I can win, I'm sure of it, and it's gonna be like two runaway trains going at each other. Just it's gonna be a clash that you're not gonna want to miss because it's really gonna be that intense. But I know I can come out on top because I'm prepared to do so.
There's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of hype surrounding Isaac Lucero. For you, Roberto, how big of a win would this be if you win your sixth straight?
¿Qué tan significativa sería esta victoria para vos? Tu sexta consecutiva, pero también contra un rival del calibre de Isaac Lucero.
Sí, las últimas peleas que he tenido han estado duras y pienso que una victoria con Lucero me ranquearía entre las mejores posiciones para pelear con quien sea, para cualquier campeón. Y pues esa es la meta de cualquier boxeador, pelear por un campeonato del mundo. Y yo estoy listo para ganar, para sorprender a todos y más que nada para ganarme esa oportunidad que he esperado toda mi vida.
I'm ready to shock the world and seize the opportunity that I waited for my whole life. My goal is to face off against the champions, just like any boxer does anyway, but I know I can reach those heights, and defeating Isaac Lucero will allow me to take one more step towards that objective.
All right, with Isaac Lucero, man, who definitely has a lot of excitement because of his style. 13 wins coming by way of knockout over the course of his 17 victories. For you, Isaac, how much does it excite you knowing that Roberto Valenzuela is going to come forward and is predicting a toe-to-toe affair?
¿Qué te genera las declaraciones de Roberto y que diga, bueno, pues es una guerra, es un cuartel y que van a estar mano a mano durante toda la pelea?
Pues no me genera nada, pues porque para eso me preparé para una guerra. Estamos listos para lo que sea y lo que se presente esa noche. Vamos a saber resolverlo.
It doesn't move me one bit because I'm getting ready for that. And when the time comes to be ready to figure out what I have to do inside the ring and win that war, we'll be more than primed to do so.
How do you deal with the expectations? Because a lot of people are saying that you can very well be the next big Mexican boxing superstar.
Bueno, y la gente que dice que vos podés llegar a ser la próxima gran superestrella mexicana, ¿cómo lidias con esa presión que te genera además que la gente te tenga en autoestima como prospecto a futuro?
Primero, pues me llena de orgullo que la gente piense eso, pero esto ha sido del trabajo, resultado del trabajo que he hecho toda mi vida, le he echado muchas ganas y pienso que Dios me ha dado pues que la gente me tome así como la futura estrella y yo voy a seguir echándole muchas ganas y que sea lo que Dios quiera.
It fills me with pride, the fact that I'm seen the way I'm seen by people saying that I'm the future face of Mexican boxing. It motivates me and it makes me want to work even harder. And I'm also gonna just always want to represent Mexico and make it proud. That's the bottom line. But I know what I'm capable of, and it's gonna be a great responsibility for me to be able to live up to those expectations.
All right, now the main event of that prelim portion, Rances Barthélemy, the two-division world champion. Rances, what are we going to see from you against Frank Martin on Saturday?
Entonces, ¿qué veremos de ti contra Frank Martin el sábado?
No, un ranceo de mí muy hambriento, con muchas ganas de mantenerme todavía en este nivel, ¿no? Esta es una gran oportunidad, este nuevo reto frente a Frank Martin, y vengo con mucha hambre, y todo el que me conoce sabe que no me gusta regalar peleas, ni vengo por un cheque, ni nada de esas cosas. Siempre vengo a imponerme, y mi mentalidad es salir con la mano en alto.
You're going to see a hungry fighter, someone that's willing to come forward, step up to the challenge, and there's not going to be any running around or anything like that. It's going to be power. You're going to see power out there in the ring.
So is he saying that he's going to be more aggressive in this fight? I mean, he has moments during fights where he is aggressive, but he does come from that Cuban school of boxing. But are we going to see a hyper-aggressive, all-action Rances Barthélemy on Saturday?
Entonces, vas a ser más agresivo durante esta pelea, considerando que vos venís también de la escuela cubana, ¿no? Pero, ¿cómo dirías que va a ser tu approach en esta pelea?
Sí, definitivamente tengo que, estoy obligado, ¿no? Ya por la veteranía que tengo, a demostrar un poco más, porque ya me va quedando poco ya en esta historia, y por eso lo poco que me queda quiero cerrarlo con broche de oro, y por eso vengo a dar el 110% de mi capacidad.
Absolutely, the fight is going to make me have to be more aggressive. The adrenaline is going to push me to do so, and I'm going to be 110% ready to be up to that standard and to face Frank Martin that way.
Frank Martin, you're back after being away from the ring for quite some time, about a year and a half. How much have you missed the lights? How much have you missed being in this environment? Because we saw your trajectory. You headlined a pay-per-view, co-headlined a pay-per-view. That was massive for you. But now, taking time away from the game and really assessing, how good do you feel and how much did you miss this?
I missed it a lot. You know, I ain't really, like, the lights is cool and all that, but I miss fighting more than anything. You know, that's what's important. You know, like, the activity, fighting, the fans being able to see, you know, see you fight and, you know, see all the things you've been working on, if you grew and got better or whatever. So, man, I'm excited to be back. You know, and I got a game opponent in front of me in Rances Barthélemy. You know he gonna come out tough. He got power. You know he got an awkward style. So we kind of got something for. We got an answer for a lot of what he does. But we know we got a tough guy in front of us. So we ain't underestimate him at all. I just gotta come out, beat me, have fun, and be sharp.
What goes through your mind when he says he's going to be more aggressive? He's going to really bring the fight to you.
I'm a fighter. You know, when I'm in the ring, just me being able to adapt is something that I'm good at. So, you know, I feel like that's when I'm in the ring, I figure that out. Like whatever you bring it towards me, or whatever you bring in, I'm gonna have to adapt and just figure out what style I need to fight him. If it's a bang out, you know, you do a bang out. If it's smooth, you know, boxing and very tactical is gonna be that. But you know, the fight is gonna be an exciting fight. You know, we got two. We got Rances style. We got my style. We gonna put on a good fight.
You're now training with Buddy McGurn. How has that transition been working under Buddy?
It's been good. You know, it's like science. You know, it's a difference from certain coaches. You got teachers. You got coaches. It's a difference. So Buddy just help with a lot of the understanding. And every time, like anything that you do, you kind of have an answer for why you do it and when to do it. So that's one of those things. You kind of know what's going on while you're just doing stuff. You know what you're doing.
Rances, do you feel like you have the power to be able to finish off Frank Martin on Saturday?
Entonces, sentí que cuenta con la potencia, con el poder para acabar con Frank Martin este sábado.
Bueno, no, eso era la preparación. Soy un boxeador que me preparo para los 10 rounds que está apartada de esta pelea. Y bueno, el knockout yo lo tengo contemplado como si fuera algo como el béisbol, como un honrón, que el bateador se prepara para batear y si sale el honrón lo celebra. Y es así como me en mi caso con la boxeo. Yo me he preparado para la mejor versión de Frank Martin, lo mejor, yo no estoy viendo a Frank Martin derrotado, ¿no? Si no estoy viendo a la mejor versión, me preparé con ese pensamiento y nada, creo que el sábado no se la pierden porque van a haber una gran pelea, porque creo que los estilos machean.
I'm preparing to face the best version of Frank Martin first of all, and if Frank isn't at the top of his game, then I don't care because I'm going at it like he's at his best. And I think of it also as in baseball, right? With the knockout. The batter goes up to the box, and then if he gets a home run, he gets a home run, but he doesn't go up thinking I'm going to hit a home run. If it comes, it comes. So I'm going to really just prepare myself to be ready for whatever comes my way.
Frank, the statement you're looking to make on Saturday is what?
A big one. You know, the statement is, you know, I want to put up a great performance. You know, I want to show a little bit of a style that y'all haven't seen from me. You know, y'all may have seen glimpses of it, but I just want to show y'all exactly how good I really am. You know, I feel like I'm slept on, so I feel like Saturday night I'll be able to showcase, you know, a lot of the skill that I do have and some of the tricks I got in my bag that I haven't really brought out. I'm gonna bring them all, come fight now.
We're looking forward to seeing it quickly. I'm going to go around and get predictions from the fighters. Hector Sosa, your prediction for Saturday.
Héctor, tu vaticinio para este sábado y contanos cómo crees que termina la pelea. Vos, Héctor, ahí. Sí, contanos cómo termina la pelea, knockout, por puntos, cómo crees que termina.
No, vengo a trabajar los 10 rounds, estoy para 10 o más rounds. Si bien soy un peleador fuerte, pero nada, siento que me voy a ir con la mano en alto y el resultado todo depende de Dios. Así que agradecido por todo.
I'm here to work, I'm here to withstand those 10 rounds, and whatever the result is, it's going to be up to God, but I'm ready for the final bell, no doubt about it.
Luis Núñez, how does it go down on Saturday?
Vaticinio para este sábado, Luis, ¿cómo termina la pelea?
Realmente estoy preparado para 10, 14 rounds de una preparación súper extremadamente fuerte, tanto como físico y mental. La pelea va a pasar, yo voy a ganar, pero que pase como tenga que pasar realmente, pero con la victoria de mi lado.
I'm ready for war, up to the final round. I'm mentally and physically prepared for it. And no doubt about it, I'm going to win. I don't care how it happens, I just know that I'm going to be the one that comes out on top.
Super featherweights, Luis Núñez, Hector Sosa. Now we transition super welterweights. Isaac Lucero, Roberto Valenzuela Jr. Roberto, do you make it 6 straight stoppage victories?
Bueno, Roberto, ¿van a ser 6 victorias consecutivas antes de la campana finales de sábado?
Sí, como lo comenté, va a ser un choque de trenes, donde si la pelea dura 1, 2 o 10 rounds va a ser una guerra. Y pues yo estoy preparado para ganar, igual que él viene a hacer su trabajo, entonces aquí va a ganar el mejor.
Look, whatever happens, 1, 2, 10 rounds, I'm gonna be the winner because it's gonna be, like I said, good trains clashing against each other. I know Isaac is also wanting to win, he's hungry, but I'm gonna be the one that ends up with his arm raised.
Isaac Lucero, how does the fight unfold?
Isaac, vaticinio para este sábado, ¿cómo termina?
Voy a ganar, no me importa si gano por nocaut o gano por decisión, pero me preparé para la victoria y voy a ir por ella.
I'm gonna win. I don't care if it's by knockout or by decision. I prepare to win, period.
Isaac Lucero, Roberto Valenzuela Jr. predicted an all-Mexican clash. Main event on the prelim portion, Rances Bartolome. Your prediction, sir?
Bueno, Rances, predicción.
Yo vine a ganar, mi mentalidad es ganadora de siempre, en este mundo, y nada, sea por nocaut, sea por cualquier día, pero vine a ganar.
I'm gonna win. I'm always gonna believe that I'm gonna be the winner, and whether it's by knockout or by decision, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna win.
Frank Martin, how does the fight play out?
I'm coming to win. You know, I'm coming to win. Yes. I'm coming to win. I've been working, so I'm just gonna move.
I sense an excitement from Frank Martin that I haven't felt in quite some time. I can't wait. What are you thinking?
What the kids say?
6, 7.
6, 7? Okay. All right. He pulled the 6'7" on us. Frank Martin, job well done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's our prelim portion. It is photo time as the fighters will face off. And then once we are done here, then we're going to have our main card fighters. So media, stick around. And those watching on the stream, a couple brief moments. But let's give a round of applause to our prelim fighters. This will be time for the Pacific Time, live stream on Prime Video, regardless of Prime membership. And now we'll have the fighters step in front of the podium and face off and get a final face off.
Bueno, chicos, vamos a hacer los careos y empezamos con la pelea de las dos y con Frankie con la asociación para acá enfrente del escenario. Los tres de este lado de lado, fila para acá, tres de ese lado, fila para acá.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, next, Aquí. Gracias.
Now we await our big card fighters from material.
No, I'm probably going to get started right after this. What's up, Kenny? Good to see you, brother. Kenny, Frank's got to have kids. He did the 6'7", just like, he's got kids. That's dead now.
No digo, ¿vendrán ahora mismo?
As soon as we said it, they're like, oh, it's dead now. I mean, I think that's the point.
Main event, they're coming right away, right? The main event, they're coming right away?
I think so, because they're setting up for it. Yeah, let's see.
Oh, wait. Jeremy. Yeah.
boxer. I've started doing it now. Yeah, they be like that. It's a real good one. A real good example. No, Norman is legit. Fucking resume. That's right. You're the reason. Not every time, man.
At least Foster's here today.
Don't be bad. I know, you heard me, right? These media guys get so full of I'm being funny about them.
That was funny.
BBQ heard me scoff.
Scoff. The first time I've ever heard of such a thing.
We're going to get started in 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's all. Get some stories. Yeah, react to untruth. Start some beef. That's my lead.
This is how we treat it every day. They big fans are so alive. Every day, like, someone knows look out and try to imitate.
Hey, Sean was spot on. Hey, I was thinking you said
Oh, you do that stuff. I appreciate that. Thank you. But, I have a channel on podcast. I'm from Fort Worth. I'm from New York. Oh, I just graduated from Tennessee Commercial. Yeah. Sell out. You get your degree? Broadcast business. I look forward to it.
I know it's a put on this kid that I could have arranged now.
You'll find out soon. More behind the scenes, a lot more content, that stuff. And I still love that, and I still do it. But this is like my passion project. You know what I mean?
A big one.
That's why it's
I think that's why he didn't show up. He wasn't there yesterday. He wasn't at the podcast. That's why he was.
I started out because none of my friends are boxing. So I start talking boxing, people want to talk, and then get a couple fights. If I can videos do well, it's like a drug. I love the sport. I'd be talking boxing if I wasn't. And that's the beauty with boxing. I mean, it's such a sporadic sport. Like, whenever fights are made and all that, and it's always back and forth. That there's always something to talk about. Always an opinion on how to take and give. So, I know I talk about it's wild place. Like, no other sport is close. Like, but I also pick there'll be one, people who knows, and two, like, you have PR teams and all these people, like, keeping you away. You get, I haven't still made a pick on the box.
No, I know.
Let's do an interview. Like, just like, there we go. That's the sport. That's what it's all about.
Right.
I feel like everyone has. See, everyone gives me that, and I agree with it. Like, so.
I'm leaning towards it. Yeah, I wasn't here yesterday. I haven't seen it.
How much did people have? Only in the pictures.
Wow, sounds like fake news. Pictures.
just got him.
Lara.
Yeah, I Wi-Fi. Thompson meeting, that's it. The password is... Thompson? See, Thompson. Capital T. Thompson. No, pero es que otro de eso. Thompson. Yes, S-A. No voy a decir. S-A, caps. S-A, pero caps.
Stuff in the elevator or what? Nobody's here. I don't say.
Oh, pero lleno access code. Qué joder.
Ponlo otra vez ahí. Sí.
Pitbull ice.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to San Antonio, as it is time for our PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video main card press conference. It all goes down this Saturday, December 6th, from the Frost Bank Center here in San Antonio. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. You can purchase the pay-per-view on Prime Video or traditional cable or satellite providers, as well as ppv.com. Limited tickets are available, but they are going quickly. Ticketmaster.com. What a night of action that we have. Any one of 4 of these fights can be a main event anywhere in the world. The event is promoted by TGB Promotions in association with MP Promotions, Pro Boxing Promotions, and Box Stars. Also, the Fulton versus Foster fight is promoted in association with Top Rank. Pitbull versus Roach, that our main event, is presented by Thomas J. Henry, built to win, and sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Now, it takes a very dedicated team to put on an event of this magnitude, and this man knows boxing better than mostly anyone on the planet. One of the brightest minds that the sport has ever seen. He still needs his rightful place into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president of TGB Promotions, Mr. Tom Brown.
Thank you, Ray. Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to tell you, I always like these fighting press conferences so much more than the opening press conferences. These are all just coming out of training camp. They're all long pretty tight. They still got to make it tomorrow for the weigh-in. But it's great to be back here once again in this great fight town, San Antonio, especially with a card like this. And it's great that the Alamo City, such a great boxing tradition, gets to host by far the best card of the year here in the United States. Now this is the type of fight that boxing needs, the type of card that boxing needs. All these fights are toss-up fights. Anything can happen in any of these fights. And we'll see on Saturday night which fight steps up and steals the show. And I'm telling you, inside that Frost Bank Center on Saturday, it is going to be loud. I know all these great San Antonio Mexican fans are going to come out and support Pitbull Cruz as he takes on the current reigning WBA super featherweight world champion Lamont Roach. So it's going to be a great night. Make sure to buy your tickets, purchase the pay-per-view, because this is one event you just can't miss. Thank you, and thank you, San Antonio.
Mr. Tom Brown, the president of TGP Promotions, a can't-miss event indeed. And as he mentioned, all of these fights are truly 50-50 fights, and what makes it so great is that it is truly the best fighting the best. Our pay-per-view opener at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time, 7 local time. It'll be for the interim WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. This man has been on an absolute hot streak, having won 5 in a row, most recently defeated former 2-time middleweight champion Daniel Jacobs back in July of 2024 with a record of 22 wins, opposite 4 defeats, a dozen victories coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium Shane Mosley Jr.
To be here. This is the biggest fight of my career and the biggest fight of my life, and I'm here to show out. Let's go.
Shane Mosley Jr., ladies and gentlemen, I love the excitement that I'm feeling from Shane. Obviously, can't wait to get inside the ring, and I can't wait to see him do that against his opponent. Let's meet him. 23 wins, 1 loss, 19 wins coming by way of knockout. A native of Casa Grande, Arizona, 24 years of age, who has 3 straight stoppage victories, including 2 wins already here in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Jesus Mono Ramos.
Doing. Thank you guys for being here. First and foremost, I want to thank BBC, TGB Promotions, Rudy Cuba Jr. for giving me this opportunity. My opponent as well, Shane Jr. In San Antonio as well. It's my first time here, and the fans have received me, open hand, and I've been embracing every moment of it. It's been a very important week for me, and I can't wait for Saturday night to put on a show. And thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for having me.
Jesus Mono Ramos, that our pay-per-view opener. And now, when you are a prize fighter, you have to always be ready, because you never know when opportunity is going to ring. And this man has the opportunity of a lifetime. 36 wins, 4 losses, 33 victories coming by way of knockout. A native of Venezuela, now fighting out of Las Vegas. Most recently beat former unified super welterweight champion of the world, Jarrett Hurd, back in March. Got the opportunity last minute, but raring to go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hard-hitting Johanna Gonzalez.
Muy buenas tardes a todo San Antonio, agradecido primeramente con Dios y bueno, motivado por esta gran oportunidad y voy a dar un buen combate, vengo a ganar.
Good afternoon, San Antonio. I'm here, and I am absolutely motivated ahead of this Saturday's fight. I come here to win.
All right, Johan Gonzalez, ladies and gentlemen, and the man who he's going to be looking to dethrone on Saturday. 31 wins, 3 losses, 3 draws, 19 wins coming by way of knockout. A Cuban native now fighting out of Las Vegas, former longtime super welterweight champion, moved up to middleweight in 2021, and most recently stopped 2 division world champion Danny Garcia back in September of 2024. He has been at the top of the heap for a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning and defending WBA middleweight champion of the world. Here is Enes Lumpy, the American Dream Lara.
Buenas tardes a todos. Quiero darle las gracias por esta oportunidad. Gracias a BBC, a Amazon Prime, a Cuba Junior, a Gemo. Estamos de regreso, nos vemos aquí el día 6 de diciembre. Gracias.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you for this opportunity. I want to thank PBC, Amazon Prime, Ludwig Jr., Al Heyman. I'm very thankful with them. And all I have to say is I'm already ready for December 6th. Can't wait. Thank you very much.
It is Landy Lara Johan Gonzalez for the WBA Middleweight Championship of the World. Our co-main event will be for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship. This man, with a record of 23 wins, 3 losses, 12 wins coming by way of a knockout, fighting out of Orange, Texas. He reclaimed his title in his last bout by avenging a controversial split decision defeat at the hands of Robson Consunsao. He is the reigning and defending WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the World. No stranger to succeeding here in the great state of Texas. Here is the champion, Shakur Foster.
First off, I want to thank God for this opportunity. I want to thank PBC, Top Rank, and everybody that had a hand in making this event. You know, the time is here now. All the talking done. I'm ready. Saturday, it's going to be a man down.
Thank you very much to Shakur Foster. Now let's welcome his opponent on Saturday night. With a record of 23 wins, opposite 1 defeat, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning WBC Featherweight Champion, looking to become a 3-division world champion and solidify himself as one of the world's best pound-for-pound fighters. Most recently earned his 126-pound world championship in February with his second triumph over Brandon Figueroa, vanquishing his longtime rival by decision. Ladies and gentlemen, proudly representing the rich boxing city of Philadelphia, PA, here is Cool Boy Stephen Bolton Jr.
Being here today, we're just ready at this point to become a 3-division world champion. I will get it done. Thanks for having me today. Thanks for everybody on this podium be here with me, alongside Pitbull and Lamont Roach. So that's all I got to say right now. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you very much to Cool Boy Stephen Bolton Jr. And our main event. What a showdown this is going to be. I love this fight so much because it is no doubt going to produce fireworks here in San Antonio. And both men, no strangers to competing here in the Alamo City. First of all, though, it takes a great team to get these fighters to where they are. The trainer of Lamont Roach Jr., Lamont Roach Sr., who is here, who's done a wonderful job with his son as we acknowledge him. Lamont Roach Sr., a round of applause for him. Now let's meet the champion. 25 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, 10 wins coming by way of a knockout. He won his world title back in November of 2023 with a clutch knockdown in the final round to defeat Hector Luis Garcia. Most recently challenged WBA lightweight world champion Gervonta Davis in one of the year's most memorable showdowns as he went toe-to-toe. The fight ended in a much-discussed draw. He's the reigning WBA Super Featherweight Champion of the world and looking to add to his accolades and become a world champion here at 140 pounds, proudly representing Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Lamont Roach.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's my mom right there. I want to thank God for giving us this opportunity today, everybody being here. Very thankful for PBC, Al Heyman, everyone who had a hand in this pot right here. I'm just thankful. I'm very thankful that I get to show my skills again. And I want to thank my team No Excuse, Gary Jonas, Robert Diaz, and I just want to thank everybody who was a part of this card in total. With that being said, nothing changed. Get a boogie. Let's go Saturday night.
That's right.
Lamont Roach, ladies and gentlemen. And now, his opponent on Saturday. It is going to be a raucous and electric crowd at the Prospect Center. in San Antonio for those watching around the world on pay-per-view. His record, 28 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 18 wins coming by way of knockout. A former WBA super lightweight world champion, a rising Mexican superstar from as he continues to increase his legacy, captured his world title with an 8th round stoppage over WBA welterweight world champion Rolando Rolly Romero in March of 2024. Most recently defeated Angel Fierro back in February and Omar Salcito in July. He's been quite busy and looking to end 2025 with an emphatic victory. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Todos buenas tardes. Y bueno, antes que nada quiero dar las gracias a Dios por una gran oportunidad, a mi esposa por estar conmigo en todos los campamentos, a mi equipo de trabajo, al Jaime, a PBC por esa gran oportunidad, a Amazon Prime, y venimos a hacer lo que hicimos en el 2020 con Diego Magdaleno, a dar una gran pelea. San Antonio va a ser testigo. Muchas gracias.
I want to thank more than anything my wife. She was here with me throughout training camp, offering me her unconditional support. I also want to thank PBC, Amazon Prime, Al Heyman for giving me the opportunity to be here. And I want you to know that I'm here in San Antonio ready to go, and I can't wait.
Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Now let's talk with all of our pay-per-view fighters. Shane Mosley Jr., he collides against Jesus Mono Ramos for the interim WBC middleweight championship of the world. Shane, you are riding this wave of momentum, but as you're a couple of days away, you mentioned to me yesterday during the open workouts that you believe that Jesus Ramos is undefeated. Why so?
I believe his one and only loss was very controversial. It won't win either way, and when I watched the fight, I gave it to him. But judges don't always see it that way, but I see it that way. So yeah, I feel like I'm fighting an undefeated fighter.
Well, how sweet would it be? Obviously, it's your goal to become a world champion. You can do that on Saturday. But to be able to be the guy to definitively defeat Jesus Ramos on Saturday.
Yeah, I believe I'm going to be that guy. That's going to definitively beat him.
Now, well, Shane, obviously we know the lineage that you come from, your father, the Hall of Famer. He's been involved in some big prize fights. You have as well. But have you guys talked about what this moment could be like for you when it comes to the preparation, and what is your father, how does he influence you?
Well, my father has always influenced me, telling me that, I can be good, and I feel like this is my moment to tell him that he was right, and that I can make him proud.
How much are you going to enjoy that ring walk in the process on Saturday?
Oh, I'm going to love it. It's going to be great. My dad's going to be in my corner, and as well as the rest of my team, but I think for me, it's a cool moment because when my dad won his first world title, his dad was in his corner. And so when I won my first world title, my dad was in my corner.
Talk about a full circle moment.
Right.
All right, well, now we'll talk with your opponent, Jesus Mono Ramos. Jesus, for you, you can become a world champion on Saturday, but when you hear the respect from Shane Mosley saying that he believes that you're still undefeated, what does that mean to you?
I thank him, because I respect him a lot too. I respect his father as well, his whole family. Growing up, we used to watch his father fight all the time in big pay-per-views. So being able to, fight his son and win my first world title, in front of a legend like that, it means a lot, So it's a big moment for me as well to fight in front of a legend like that.
But how his father is going to be in his corner. Your father has trained you since the very beginning. What's this journey been like for you and your father? And now you are here in San Antonio. The fans are obviously gravitating towards all the fighters up here, but really showed you a lot of love yesterday, and I'm sure you're very excited to perform in front of them on Saturday night.
It means a lot, from my family and I, from my father, and we started out in our garage, and now we're here in a big card like this, so we can make our dreams a reality Saturday night. So it means a lot, in this whole camp we've been enjoying it, And like I said, it's been great. This whole fight week too, you know, I've been embracing it. It's a big moment for me and my family. And yeah, Saturday night, I have a lot of pressure to make all of my dreams a reality.
Do you believe that this win over Shane Mosley, he has won 5 in a row, he's fought against some outstanding world-class competition, that this will propel you into being among the upper echelon at middleweight?
Definitely. You know, I'm going into this fight with the mindset of learning. You know, kind of how we do in the sparring sessions, you know, we learn. I feel like Shane Mosley Jr. has a lot of experience that I can soak up. And like you said, take me to the next level, and it'll elevate my game a lot.
I love this matchup. They both have a lot of respect for one another, but they will collide on Saturday for the interim WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. Also on Saturday, we have Erislandy Lara defending his WBA middleweight crown against Johan Gonzalez. Hard hitting from Venezuela. Johan, you can make a dream become a reality. And 2 weeks ago, you were not scheduled to fight Lara. Now you have that opportunity. What's going through your mind?
Johan, ¿qué te pasa por la cabeza en este momento cuando pensás que hace apenas unos 10 días no estabas agendado para pelear contra nadie y ahora estás en la puerta, en el umbral de hacer un sueño tuyo realidad?
Bueno, esta es una gran oportunidad que se me está dando porque amo el boxeo y estoy entrenando con esa meta y mira, se me dio la noticia hace días y vengo enfocado a entrenar y bueno, más emocionado para hacer historia porque en mi pueblo nadie ha peleado un título mundial y de ganarlo, que Dios primero tengo fe.
This is absolutely a dream come true, and you know, 6 days ago, that's when I found out that I was going to fight. So, in a way, it's a testament to staying ready, to being ready, and that's what I've done throughout training. And now I'm here to take that world title. I want to win. I know I can do it, and that's going to be my mission on Saturday night.
You got 33 knockouts on your resume. Can you make it 34 and punch your ticket to a world title?
Bueno, 33 knockouts en tu currículum hasta ahora. ¿Lo puedes hacer 34? ¿Crees que esa va a ser la receta para ganar el título mundial?
Voy con el mismo hambre que peleé contra Harry Bull. Venía de una derrota, me levanté y ahorita lo primero, como dijo Ali cuando peleó contra Sonny Lito, pero yo lo digo a los que analizan el boxeo que voy con chance de ganar.
Look, just like against Jared Hurd when I was coming off a loss and I got back up off the mat to be successful once again, that's what I'm gonna do this time around too. I'm gonna go out there and show everybody what I'm made of.
Erislandy Lara, the champion, the WBA middleweight champion of the world, you had a recent power surge in your last 3 fights, all of them by stoppage victory, most recently stopping Danny Garcia in September of 2024. What has been the key to this, late career power surge, so to speak?
¿Cuál ha sido la receta, el secreto de lo que es este envión tuyo durante esta etapa en tu carrera, con victorias consecutivas y campeón de edad parece que no paras?
Bueno, primero que todo, creo que he trabajado duro en el gimnasio, enfocado en el gimnasio, trabajar, trazarte meta en el gimnasio y trabajar más duro, ¿no? Para tener los resultados que estamos teniendo.
It's all about working hard in the gym, mentally and physically. Those days, those arduous days in the gym, they are the recipe, the secret to being where I am right now.
You were looking to unify on Saturday. Obviously, that's not going to take place based on what happened, but what kind of statement are you looking to make to the rest of the division at 160?
Bueno, obviamente la pelea que se supone que iba a suceder no pudo pasar, pero ¿qué tipo de mensaje estás intentando mandar al resto de la división de las 160 libras en esta pelea contra Johan?
Bueno, voy a seguir demostrando, ¿no? Yo amo el boxeo, es lo que sé hacer, es lo que sé trabajar, ese es mi trabajo de boxeo. Y entonces le mando un mensaje a todos, como seguir siendo campeón a las 160 libras y nos vemos el sábado.
Look, I'm going to do what I always do, show up and show out, because I love boxing and that's what I do. The message to the rest of the division is that the champion is still here and I'm still very, very much in the discussion at the 160-pound division.
Erislandy Lara, Johan Gonzalez, now our co-main event for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship of the World. It'll be Stephen Fulton Jr. matched up against the champion, O'Shaquie Foster. And O'Shaquie, I think it's fair to say, we are in the holiday season, that both you and Stephen Fulton Jr. are not going to be hanging around at holiday parties together. Now that you're at fight week, I know that there has been a bit of animosity, and we've had a couple press conferences, but now, as we're into fight week, I mean, is the disdain still there for your opponent?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm ready all the way around, man. I feel good, way good. This the best mood I've been in on fight week in a long time. Best shape I've ever been in. I'm just ready, man.
Where does the edge come from towards Stephen Fulton Jr.?
I feel like they feel like they see something. They feel like I'm a weak link or something, and I'll go out there and show them that they made the wrong choice.
All right, Stephen Fulton Jr. said that he made the wrong choice. Why is taking on Shakur Foster the right choice?
I go after champions. It don't matter who. He could have been somebody else. I fight champions. That's what I do.
For you, you can become a 3-division world champion from Philadelphia. We know that Philadelphia has this rich boxing tradition. For you, when you step in the ring on Saturday, how much are you carrying that banner of Philadelphia?
I carried it the whole step of my career, so, facing guys I fought. Look where we at now, again. Going for my 3rd world title, my 3rd division. This is my 4th or 5th world title, 4th, 3rd division. Yeah, so.
3-division world champion.
I carried it the whole way.
But one thing, if you don't know about Stephen Fulton Jr. is that, years ago, there used to be cards on Tuesday nights. And he would be fighting undefeated fighters on, as we say, swing fights, meaning they could be on TV, they wouldn't be on TV. He didn't know. He had to be ready to go at the start of the card, and then he might fight towards the middle of the night or the end of the night, wherever the case may be. The reason why I'm saying that is because you have fought undefeated guys throughout the course of your career, and you fought
2 a.m. in the morning.
Just a long time, exactly. So the road hasn't been easy, essentially. How much did that prepare you for this moment to become a 3-division world champion?
It prepared me a lot, because we all go through things and to push us to that next level. And I feel like those things leading up to where I'm at now, whether it's a loss, a draw, life situations outside the ring, all of those things, it makes you a better person, makes me a better man, and a better fighter. So all of those things that I've been through, and like the swing box, fighting 2, 3 in the morning in LA, when I knew I could have been in bed. All those days prepared me for moments like these.
Well, looking forward to it. Shakur Foster, for you, you had a successful, you won a world title here in San Antonio. You love being from here in Texas. How much are you looking to defend your home state?
Man, last time we was here, we put on a great performance, and I plan on repeating it. I mean, I feel like, his journey was sweet compared to mine. Everybody know I came from the bottom, and I've been grinding my way up ever since. So, I'm gonna show him fight night that, all that don't matter. I'm gonna be on my A game, and I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, that win that we're talking about here in San Antonio, he put on a clinic against Ray Vargas at the nearby Alamo Dome, now fighting at the Frost Bank Center. So it's got to feel nice to be back here in San Antonio, an area that made you feel well, where you had a big moment in your career.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And we in Texas. I'm from Texas. Everything big out here. I'm just ready. I'm ready to go out there and put on the show, man.
Cool boy Steph, do you feel like you're coming into enemy territory to take him on in his home state?
Another day, another dollar, another fight. And to comment on that, bro, everybody up here took a hard road. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who was hard or not, everybody on this stage is still fighting up here who haven't became world champion. That's trying to become world champion. So what are we talking?
You think that's his way of trying to just motivate himself?
I don't know what it is, but it's like everybody had a hard path up this motherfucker. Everybody had a hard path. Even it's from fighters out here that had a hard path. That's what what makes us fighters every day. That's what we know. We still up there fighting.
Rashad, you want to elaborate on that?
I don't know, man. Motivating myself is crazy, man. You know, I'm here for a reason, man. You right. Everybody had whatever.
Hard road.
A hard road, whatever. But you know, I feel like mine's just, you know, just a little different. The way I came out the woodworks, and you know how I won my world title, and how I came back and won it again. So, you know, I'm gonna keep showing them. You know, man, they can be all that. You know, but I promise you, Saturday they're gonna be speaking a different tune.
Well, can't wait for this one, and obviously looking forward to seeing if Cool Boy Steps can become a 3-division world champion, or if we will hear and still world champion for Oshaki Foster.
And still, for sure.
And still.
Main event time for 140-pound world championship. Lamont Roach, Pitbull Cruz. As we look at
Don't even gotta do that. Don't even gotta do it.
Lamont Roach. You've had success here in San Antonio. You fought here in December of 2021. Now that you are headlining your second consecutive pay-per-view, the journey that you had to get to this point, you heard it from the fighters. They said that it's not easy to get to this point. You're the main event taking on Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Well, you're absolutely right. You know, I pride myself in how I, you know, came along in this professional game. I just pride myself on hard work. I stayed loyal to the people that was with me, my team, and you know, we got here, and we gonna stay here.
Now, as you look at, you know, I feel like everybody on this stage is an inspiration, but when I look at you, when you fought for your world title for the first time, it didn't go your way. But rather than allow it to define you, you went back to the drawing board and you've been on an absolute tear. And now you can become a world champion at 140 or a world champion at 130. You're in the mix at 135. So what has this entire, being able to come back from adversity?
Well, like I just said, like I pride myself on that. You know, when I took that little bump in the road, I sat down and looked at myself like outside of my body and was like, this ain't where you want to be. You know, I was counting my chickens before they hatched. I was 24 years old when I was young. I didn't necessarily think, you know, my opponent was sweet, but I definitely thought I had it in the bag. And, you know, that night I came out a little lackluster. And, you know, I came on, you know, towards the end doing what I knew I could do. But if I would have started earlier, I would have been, you know, world champion for a lot longer. So, you know, that's something that I never wanted to feel ever again in my life. Because I knew that I could have did more, and I knew I could have achieved what I had to achieve that night. Now, everybody who's in front of me is in trouble, every single step of the way. And I showed it time in and time out. And Saturday night, it's going to be the same thing.
Are you saying that Isaac Cruz is in trouble on Saturday?
Every single person who steps in that ring is in trouble.
Isaac Cruz, he's saying you're in trouble on Saturday night when you guys step inside the ring at the Frost Bank Center. Your thoughts?
Isaac, acá Lamont dice que estás en problemas este sábado por la noche. ¿Qué opinas?
Nada, creo que él también está en problemas. No vengo amarrado de las manos ni vengo cojo y le voy a dar una gran pelea.
I think he's in trouble too. In fact, he might just have his hands tied, and it's going to be a great fight, no matter what.
Almost over 5 years ago, it was Halloween night. He fought, you know, Diego Magdaleno on the undercard of Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz at the Alamo Dome. Did he think that 5 years later he'd be headlining a massive card? Tom Brown said, this is the card of 2025.
Bueno, hace 5 años peleabas contra Diego Magdaleno, te anunciabas ante el mundo acá en San Antonio. ¿Llegaste a pensar en ese momento que 5 años después estarías encabezando lo que muchos dicen, Tom Brown dice, que es la mejor cartelera del 2025?
No, nunca me imaginé, pero creo que mi trabajo es el que ha hecho las cosas por mí, el que ha hablado por mí, y por eso es que mi cabeza tiene un valor especial y todos la quieren y la vamos a seguir consolidando para que siga valiendo aún más.
No, I honestly could have never imagined it, but this is the fruit of my hard work, and that's why I want to keep building on it. I want to keep doing what I'm doing in order to keep progressing, evolving, and continuing to achieve big things.
Stylistically, do you believe that your pressure is going to get to Lamont Roach Jr.? You are known as a pressure fighter, someone that throws a lot of punches and bunches, and the volume overwhelms your opponents.
¿Cómo vas a hacer para que tu presión llegue a rendir frutos contra Lamont Roach, ya que vos sos más de volumen, ¿no?
Venimos muy bien enfocados y vamos a trabajar inteligentemente y ganar round por round.
Look, it's going to be all about being focused. I got to be smart and win round after round.
Now, for you, Lamont, it's obvious that he's going to come forward and bring the pressure. I know that you are a fantastic boxer, but, I mean, we saw in your last fight, you also like to go toe-to-toe. Are we going to see moments of that on Saturday?
Man, Pitbull had a good-ass answer for his question. I want to do the same thing, but yeah, everybody know I like to thump. So every once in a while, it's gonna be some moments where the cameras better be ready. Isak is throwing missiles in there, and you know I'm gonna throw them back. It's gonna be very exciting. It's gonna be very exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our pay-per-view on Saturday. PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video. Prospect Center in San Antonio, the fighters going to face off as they get set to go head-to-head tomorrow. The weigh-in. Join us at the Prospect Center, also on the BBC YouTube page. And good luck to every single one of these fighters, as they are no doubt looking for a massive moment in their careers. And happy holidays, everybody.
Nah, I'm good. Come on. Should be fine if I can get him the
Right here, please. Maki. Face off. For sure. We like it. For sure.
BTA? Oh, it's time for that baseball. It's time for that baseball. Yeah, man, all that talking.
Down in front here, please.
And still. Let's go, baby.
Face off, please.
Yeah. 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 Down to down.
Come on, like, get them the fuck off of you.
Right here, in the back. Camera in the back.
Let's go, Laura.
Face off, please. Out front first, please. In the back by the camera. In the back. In the back. In the back. Right here. Take off, please.
Okay, y'all. Let's go.
Let's go. Everybody, come down together. Everybody out. Come together,
Let's go.
Everybody in the back by the camera. In the back. In the back. In the back.
Watch the clock top, baby.
Down in front here, please. Rocky.
So with the music.
Scrum? Yeah.
Lamont, Pitbull says that he wants to be the face of Mexican boxing, and he says that winning this fight against you will propel him to that, especially after Canelo's loss. I mean, how do you stop that from happening? And do you think he should be close to it?
I think he can be close. I think he can still do it. I mean, he won't win, but you know, I think he can still do it. He's electrifying. You know, right now he's the interim champion. I think after he loses this fight, he's going to still have another shot. He has the style to attract fans, and he definitely has the grit to beat a lot of other guys. Just not me.
Correct me if I'm wrong, this is the third consecutive fight at a different weight class. Is it more so, and talk to me about the decision making in it, is it more so about just where the opportunities lie that you're doing this, or is it for other reasons?
It's definitely where the opportunity lies, but it's my goal as well. It's aligned with my goals. I want to be one of the best pound for pound. So I think me going to 3 consecutive weight classes and performing the way that I perform, I think I can achieve this. I can at least get people to, you know, bring my name up when the pound for pound conversation comes up. Like, oh, we might have to consider him for cracking the list. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and not only that, that's just victory right here sets me up for a lot of opportunities.
What are some of those opportunities that you hope to see in the future, whether they're bigger names or...
Bigger names, champions at bigger weight classes, or at this weight class, 140, champions at 135, you know, it goes on. So there's more opportunities. I think me winning this fight will propel my name to be a bigger name. Put me as one of the front runners, as one of the next American stars, and you know, that opens the door for a lot more business.
I mean, this is a super stacked division, 140. I mean, outside of yourself, right? Because obviously you would put yourself at number one. How do you see the rest of the division? I mean, what are some of those names from 1 through 3 that you really, whether they're the champions now or just, you know, names that you think are the best?
I think the best at 140 are the champions. T.O., Sabrias, and who else? Who else is an IBF champion at 40?
Is it Subriel IBF?
Subriel is WBC.
Is it Russell?
Yes.
Russell, that's right.
Yeah, those 3 are the best at 140. I think if you want to go in order, I give you T.O., Gary Antoine Russell, Subriel. So I figure as though, like, you know, any of those doors are open. So if they were, I would actually fight those guys even before this fight got made. So, you know, I see myself amongst the best. I know I can compete amongst the best. I'm not a small guy, and I'm here to show that.
Lamont, you brought up Subriel. WBC, he tested positive for Ostarine. He didn't get stripped. He got a suspension for a year, so he still has a belt. You guys are fighting for the interim. Just your thoughts on that situation first.
He got suspended?
It's like he's still fighting that guy, but it's like a probation. It's like a year probation or something.
I think there should be harsher penalties for guys who are who cheat. Straight up. Even if there was a little bit in the system or whatever the case may be, people test clean because they aren't taking it. People test dirty because they're taking it. If there's an accident, it'll be proven. If there's an accident, it'll be proven. Like, what did you do to accidentally get this in? That ostarine is like a substance that you can only get in the black market. Come on, bro. So that's all I'm saying. I don't really like that. And I don't. This is a sport. Every sport should not have cheaters, but this is a sport where cheaters should get banned. They're physically trying to hurt the other guy in the range.
That situation obviously specifically affects you because you guys are fighting for the interim, right? So, I mean, had he been stripped, maybe this would have been elevated to the full belt. I mean, I don't know. Like, do you worry about facing a guy who, you know, has been caught cheating? Is that like something if you end up having to face Subriel with the victory on Saturday?
I mean, it's in the back of my mind, but it's just like, who knows what he is, you know? Who knows? So it's just crazy, especially when the penalties aren't hard. He gonna do it again. So it is what it is. I mean, I think there should be more repercussions for people who test dirty. And that's all I have to say.
Obviously, that was the WBC's decision to let him keep the belt. WBC and Terence have been going back and forth the last 2 days. They stripped him. He kind of went off about sanctioning fees. Just your thoughts on that whole situation.
I mean, belts matter, so you gotta pay the sanctioning fees. I mean, what he has going on with the sanctioning body is, you know, his situation. You know, me on the other hand, I'm here fighting for this championship. So if that's what I have to do to pay, I mean, well, everybody knows that's what you got. So I'm okay with it. I don't have no problem with that. You know, and that's about it. What he has going on with him is what he has going on.
Obviously, UFC is getting into boxing. Nick Khan was kind of riding the coattails of what Terence was saying yesterday and just kind of saying that, you know, there's too many belts. There's obviously sanction fees are getting out of control. They are trying to change the Ali Act. There's hearings today going on about it. It sounds like it might get passed sooner than later. Just what are your thoughts on UFC getting into boxing and eliminating the Muhammad Ali Act?
I definitely don't like anything changing with the Muhammad Ali Act. The Muhammad Ali Act is in place to protect the fighter. But I did see a clip that said that the Muhammad Ali Act, if there's any change, there's a war. So they're keeping it the same in a war. for the fighter's choice. I don't know how this is going to work, but me personally, I say leave it alone. If you want to incorporate something new in boxing, make sure the fighters come first.
Would that be an organization, like just kind of the way they're coming in just off the bat as a fighter, maybe younger fighters in your gym even, is that, do you advise them to go for it? Do you advise them not to? I don't know. What's kind of your take as far as joining that UBA?
Me personally, I'm an advocate for the Muhammad Ali Act and the way boxing has been going now. Just protecting the fighters. Protecting the fighters, protecting the fighters, protecting the fighters. If there's anything that enhances, keeps everything in play with the Muhammad Ali Act, but until further notice, or if I have more knowledge about it, I'm with what's going on right now and how boxing is today.
Thanks. You mentioned Teofimo earlier. Obviously, they're fighting.
I like it.
I feel
Just one more. Thank you, Shaq. Appreciate it.
What's the rule about boxing? And when it's
Like 600.
I can't get anything with them. Can I walk with them maybe?
Yeah.
I'll walk with you.
I want to bring Fox.
Walk with
Yeah,
them.
shot.
What's up, sir? How are you, brother? Good to see you, sir. I think we're gonna walk.
You guys are heading
because I think
upstairs
you got
to
a bounce.
www.com.
But
Who's leaving? They're gonna come back. I got him.
Clear it out. Clear it out.
Come on, bro.
Okay.
We gotta
Follow
do
me.
it. I don't want to
He can take a couple pictures.
You can walk with him. You can walk
I'm gonna walk and talk with Shaq. He's not? Okay. Good, because we were both getting a Roach interview, and at one point I was
Make
like,
sure to
fuck.
send it to Jay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Shaq and then I'll send them both. But I haven't got Pitbull. All I got was Roach. All right, Shaq. I'm gonna walk and talk with you, sir. Steve Guarino, Cal Artist Sports, right here with Shakur Foster. Good to see you, man. Just what was your impression today at the press conference with you and Fulton kind of going back and forth a little bit?
Oh, no, I was just asking why he ain't smiling today. You know, he was smiling today. I feel like he was pressure started getting on him. fight in a couple of days, so I ain't seen no smile. I want to see.
Maybe you were, what was it, trying to psych yourself up or something like that? Obviously, you're a top-ranked fighter on the PBC card. Do you feel like you're feeling a little bit of that with that? Is that what you?
I feel like I'm trying to
Yes. I can do it now.
Great.
No, I gotta take this. Just fight me. Just fight me.
I'm smiling today. You know what I mean? He looks so serious.
You know, he's trying to become a 3-division champion. Obviously, you would beat a 2-division champion with a victory. Is this maybe, I don't know, maybe the biggest name, you know, that would be on your record with a win on Saturday?
Is he bigger than, I was thinking about this. Is he bigger name than Ray Vargas? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, you know,
right there.
So we'll see. Yeah. You know what I mean? But he definitely, I guess he's more accomplished out of them two. Yeah.
You are WBC champion, Terence, and WBC kind of going back and forth yesterday. They stripped him. He had issues about sanctioning fees. What's your thoughts on that?
Terence, my boy, man. So however he feels, that's him. I respect him. But me, for the WBC, you know, I watch all the greats fight for the WBC. I understand where these sanctioning fees going. I talked to Mauricio, so, you know, and the WBC changed my life, so I'm always respect them. I'm always be behind them, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's UFC getting into boxing. Just want to ask you, take on that. You know, they're trying to create their own belt, like another belt, right? In this whole sport of boxing. Just what's your thoughts on that whole thing? Who? Okay.
Said he's got time, so.
Oh, cool, perfect.
He's got 4 quick ones for him.
Fuck, man, I was fucking beautiful interview with Shaq, and about 3 questions in, I'm like, fuck, am I recording? No, with fucking Shakur
Yeah, that always gets me nervous.
Because I kept starting and stopping because we're walking, and I was like, oh, fuck, okay, I don't need that part.
Yeah, I like to start clean.
Right.
Just with more experience and maybe a different mentality. It's gotta be smart and work intelligence. Round by round.
Really don't like talking
No quiero meterle para nada. No, like I usually count on it. I'm always gonna talk, but with my feet.
One floor. Tower. No. Que también es entrevistas. Dale 5 y 5, 5 minutes.
Entonces hay que primero esperar a que pase eso, que suceda, y ya vamos a tomarlo, a tenerlo sentir, no había muchas oportunidades cuando me lo mencionó, no descartamos la posibilidad de ser trabajar con él, pero esa apertura puede ser apertura para nosotros.
Estamos sacando tiempo hasta que te altura de la entrevista.
Todos esos factores lo que tienes que ver, mijo.
Vamos a hacer esa noche y en la siguiente noche.
You have to sit down.
Just wanted to do it so they get the chair.
Sí, amigo, que está que he's breaking enough weight. Thank you. Esos detallitos.
O sea,
lo vas aprendiendo. No es que los expertos.
So do you want to go?
No.
Huh? Are you next? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Ya está. No sé, únicamente para comenzar.
Lamont, when he was asked what this fight's going to look like, kind of took a second, said, I'll trade with you a little bit. Do you expect him to trade with you, or do you expect him to box from the outside of this fight? You've made the move from 135 to 140 like Lamont is doing for this fight. He's talking about knockout power. Do you think knockout power is going to translate up to 140? Talk about Sunday and Monday. What is it going to take for you to win this fight on Saturday? What would be the headline on Sunday and Monday?
I expect to be the best headlines on Saturday morning, and I'm going to win the terrifying way.
Thank you so much.
¿Cómo está? Steven Coreno, KOR the Sports with Fight Hub TV, right here with Pitbull Cruz. I noticed, some of the media members noticed your chain, the bracelet, you got some jewelry on. I feel like that's maybe a new part of your style. Just talk about just the life you've been able to make for yourself and your family with boxing. Talk about that a little bit.
Contanos un poco de cómo te cambió la vida para vos, para tu familia, gracias al boxeo.
Pues me ha cambiado mucho, ahora sí que de no tener prácticamente nada en lo personal, pues he ido consiguiendo poco a poco lo que he querido al lado de mi esposa y sobre todo que me he mantenido con la cabeza fría para llegar en óptimas condiciones a cada una de mis peleas.
Boxing has changed my life, absolutely it has, and it has really allowed me to progress alongside my wife. She has been my rock, the person that's been alongside me on the way, and everything that we've been able to achieve, we've done together.
Lamont Roach said that he might stand there and throw. You're going to be throwing missiles. He's going to be throwing missiles back at you. That he likes to fight a little bit. Do you believe that he's actually going to stand there and fight you at times?
Bueno, Lamont está hablando de misiles, de intercambiar golpes y todo eso, pero de verdad crees que él va a plantarse y a pelear.
Pues todos hablan antes de tiempo, ya cuando se quedan nada más ellos contra mí solos en el ring, pues muy difícil lo sostienen. Entonces ojalá esperemos que lo pueda hacer para brindarle un gran espectáculo a la gente, que la gente se la gane.
Everybody likes to talk ahead of time and be like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then they can sustain it and they do something altogether different, right? So I hope that he can withstand what he's saying, that he's able to do it, because that will mean we'll put on a show for the fans.
Subriel Matias tested positive for Ostarine. He's the WBC champion. You guys are fighting for the interim. WBC gave him like a year probation. He's still facing that guy Smith in like a month or so. Just what are your thoughts on that he tested positive, and know, they're not taking the belt. Doesn't seem to be really facing any consequences. What's your thoughts on that?
Bueno, ¿qué opinas de la falta de consecuencias ante la situación de Suriel Matías, que dio positivo de Ostarina? La Comisión Mundial de Boxeo le dio un probation de un año, pero más allá de eso, él sigue peleando dentro de un mes, no parece que pasa nada. ¿Qué opinas?
Pues es algo que ya no se vuelve limpio y creo que deben de tomar cartas en el asunto para ya ser más estrictos en esta parte, porque al final del día se está convirtiendo ya algo normal que cualquier boxeador lo esté haciendo. Igual con Jennifer ya salió igual con la misma o probablemente con la misma dosis, entonces ya tiene que haber alguna sanción más fuerte, ya no debe de haber ningún tipo de porcentaje de tolerancia.
Look, there shouldn't be any tolerance whatsoever anymore. It's becoming normalized in boxing apparently, to where Subriel with the Osterine and then Janiver also testing positive, probably the same dose, and that needs to end because it's not right.
You know, Terence Crawford has an issue with the WBC. They talked about it yesterday. They stripped him. You know, they talked a lot about sanctioning fees. Just what are your thoughts on the whole idea of like sanctioning fees and these belts and the issue that Terence had with WBC?
Bueno, y el culebrón de Crawford con la Comisión Mundial de Boxeo, el tema también de las tarifas de la comisión, que tenés que pagar un porcentaje por mantener un cinturón. ¿Qué opinas de eso?
Pues creo que de entrada sabemos que los porcentajes o las tarifas las tenemos que pagarse al consejo, o sea, cualquier organismo las tenemos que pagar, pero bueno, respetamos la opinión de Crawford, de Sulaiman, y bueno, pues nosotros nos mantenemos al margen.
Look, everybody knows beforehand what the deal is with the fees and the belts and the way that the structure is, right? In the end, me and my team, we're gonna steer clear of that. We respect what Crawford had to say, what Marisa Sulaiman had to say, but we are just gonna steer clear of that.
Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo are fighting in your same division. When you look at those two guys, I believe WBC had you as the number one versus Shakur or something like that. There was an issue with that, like in Teofimo. Just if you could choose, which one of those two would you rather face?
¿A quién te gustaría enfrentar más si pudieras elegir, Teofimo o Shakur?
Cualquiera de las dos sería atractiva. Si es que pelea Shakur como lo hizo contra el Camarón, va a ser buena pelea. Cualquiera de los dos me gustaría enfrentar.
Lo quería repetir, pero...
Cualquiera de los dos me gustaría enfrentar si es de que Stevenson hace el tipo de pelea que hizo con el Camarón.
Okay, I would like to face whichever one I face. I don't really have a preference, but if Stevenson does the same fight that he did against the Camarón,
Camarón o Cepeda?
Cepeda. Okay, so so we take two. Okay, so I don't really have a preference, but if Stevenson fights the way that he fought against Cepeda, that's going to be really interesting.
How do you think that fight plays out between Shakur and Teofimo?
Pero ¿cómo ves esa pelea? ¿Cómo va a surgir?
Sí, se puede ir para cualquier lado.
50-50, really. It can go either way.
Isaac, best of luck, brother. Thank you so much for your time, and best of luck this Saturday night.
Mucha suerte este sábado y muchas gracias por tu tiempo.
No, al contrario, un placer.
Gracias. Un placer.
Gracias.
Steven, you guys send the verticals, bro?
I'm sending it.
Yeah?
It's fucking at like 60% or some shit. Okay.
Which one is that one?
All of them. It's all the verticals and...
Yeah, let it send before you get the next one.
Yeah. Anybody else? Oh, a lot again, right?
Appreciate you. Is there another chair? Will you grab another chair?
Shock. My bad, brother. I had an audio issue. Do you mind? Can we do it again? I'll just sit right here. You're good right now. Sorry about that, man. I hate it when that shit happens. I feel like I popped for something and fucking it wasn't even my fault. All right, brother. Steven Coreno, KO Artist Sports with Fight Hub TV right here with Oshaki Foster. Man, the press conference got a little, not heated, I would say, but, you know, a little back and forth. I feel like you guys were maybe the most entertaining part. Just what was your thoughts on kind of being face-to-face with Fulton again?
I was just asking him, you know, I had to ask why he was smiling at that. The last few press conferences, he was trying to act all cool and smiling and all that. He ain't smiling today, so I just wanted to ask him, you know what I mean? I feel like he knows it's time now. I feel like he's stuff getting serious now, so you know,
You know, Ray Flores said something about that maybe you were trying to hype yourself up or something like that, and in one of the comments, you know, like you seem to take offense to that. Just what was your thoughts on that whole thing?
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like they trying to throw a lot of stuff his way to make him feel good, bringing up his journey and all that stuff. Bro, I had one of the toughest journeys in boxing. I didn't come up with no outlet. I didn't come up with top rank. I had to fight in basements and do all that stuff to get to my match. And then end up having a situation I went to jail, was counted out, and still came back and won all the time. So when they talk about stuff like that, I feel like they trying to hype him up. You know what I mean? Reverse psychology type of thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, having gone through that, right? Like, been through what you've been through. It's almost like the fight's easy, right? I feel like maybe not easy, right? But it's not like you've gone through worse.
It's easy. The fight it's easy to me. You know what I mean? When I've been through life, this ain't nothing. You know what I mean? I think what's happening is they not used to me coming out my shell and talking like I am now, so they trying to see if it's theirs, but it's me. You know what I mean? I ain't shot no more.
For sure. Man, just you're a WBC champ. I got to ask you, they've been in the headlines recently. Stripped Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford had some issues to say about it, talking about sanctioning fees, things like that. Just what's your take on that whole thing?
Man, I'll say this. Terence Crawford is my boy. You know what I mean? I have a good relationship with him. But I don't know what him and the WBC got going on. But all I can say is the WBC changed my life 100%. I've talked to them about where the sanctioning fees and stuff go. They was willing to sit down and explain to me each part. I know it would help them. If the sanctioning fees goes to fighters or fighters that's been damaged through the sport or whatever, you know, with that. So that's all I can say, man. The WBC changed my life. So I'm behind it.
Right, no, 100%. You know, I don't mean to knock on the WBC, but, you know, Subriel Matias tested positive for Osterine. They gave him like a year probation. I think they're basically kind of waiting to do the investigation before they make an official announcement, right? But, I mean, you know, it's a problem in our sport, right? Janabek tested positive for something as well. Just, well, what are your thoughts on these fighters popping?
I do think, man, that's that kind of put you know, back on WBC by that. When it was my time to fight with Oscar Valdez, he got probation as well, and he popped dirty. So I think PEDs have no room in this sport, and they should be banned. But whatever fighter tests positive needs to be banned for life. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I agree with you, man. Just a couple more for me. A big fight got made. Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. I know you and Shakur kind of went back and forth a little bit there for, I think on Twitter or something like that, I believe, right? Like, but obviously both great fighters, probably at the top of their games, so both of them. Stylistically, how does the fight play out in the ring?
I can see Teo putting it off. But I would love to go for the winner. You know, I've been saying and I'm gonna keep saying that I want Shakur. He had to talk about
I was going to say, I mean, you're jumping up a division because they're fighting out 140. I mean, even the main event of this one, right, could be a future opponent. Are you thinking like your time at 130 is close to being up?
Yeah, for sure. If I can't get the unifications and stuff like that, we'll go look for the bigger fights up higher weight classes. We got the WBC, so we're going to go up and fight the champion. I can see Lamont Roach.
Yeah, for sure. Just, man, a big one, kind of a crazy one. Jake Paul's facing Anthony Joshua, which I never thought I'd say those words. But just what are your thoughts on that whole situation, man? And how does it go?
I don't know, man, but I don't think it. Jake Paul, man, he take a big leap messing with Joshua. Joshua, he don't play. We see what he did with Ngannou. I think that's a tough look, but I guess it's good for the sport. It's big for the sport. It's gonna bring a lot of different eyes. But definitely, Josh definitely gonna
I feel like a lot of fighters tell me something similar, but also kind of give Jake the respect. Like, wow, like that's respect to face someone like that. Maybe no one thought he would face, right?
Yeah, no, sure. Yeah, that's a big leap as far as just coming from the fighter that he's been fighting to go to Josh. Now I don't know how real the fight is. I don't know if it's an exhibition or how they gonna do it.
I think it's a pro fight. I think it's a full 10-round pro fight.
We're gonna have to see, man. That's a tough rush. Shout out to Jake Paul for taking that.
Last one for me, Shaq. Your fight with Fulton is almost could be a beginning of like Texas versus Philly kind of thing. Obviously, Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz. They seem to be kind of talking that, building that up. Just what are your thoughts on that fight if that ends up coming to fruition?
I got Virgil, and gotta go with Texas. Last time I was arguing with these guys back in 2016, Shakur and all of them, they was talking like the Charlos wasn't as good, and then J Rock went down there and seen my boy Maul, and Maul handled the business.
That was another Philly, Texas right there. Yep.
Philly, Texas. You know, they get all the recognition as far as great fighters and Rocky being made out there in Philly, but Texas, we doing our thing.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to see you do your thing this weekend, Shaq. Thank you so much for your time, brother. And you know, a lot of people coming down for the fight. You've been going to hit up for tickets or what?
Man, we got our more people on the field. They coming down for sure. We're going to have the crowd rocking.
Excellent. Shaq, can't wait to see you do your work, man. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Best of luck, brother. Best of luck, man. Thank you, gentlemen. Well, for a second, I passed by, kind of glimpsed. I was like, oh shit, Caleb's here. How's that? Oh, wait, that's a good one. That's a good one, Oh, you got shocked. That's right. I was gonna say who you got here, but duh. Yeah, brother. Good to see you, man. What's up, brother? Oh, yeah. I'm live. Just don't talk shit about anybody. Yeah, thank you, bro. You said I look like it. Don't say that, Tommy. Don't say that.
Thanks, man, when they look at me.
Someone said I look like it. Don't do that to yourself, now.
Yeah, that's something.
Like everybody looking
I'm gonna find out what the deal is with that.
Who's taking?
Yeah.
It's busy. KO Artist Sports. Yeah. I got a solid angle when you went to visit Pacquiao that day. Yeah. He was like, yeah, uniform. He was like, let me see your license. Yeah, he told me, these are God. Your kid's godson, or God. Your kid is his godson, right? That's tough.
He's faster. If you have your guard
for a horn, no?
Naturally,
oh, that's faster. Yeah, this boxing thing takes forever. Right. Yeah, no time off. No rest for the week, brother. No rest for the week. Take a day off in January.
Those hands built that?
All right.
Is that like a semi-concrete
All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. It was a good stream. I'll be going live all week, so peep that. Thank you guys. Thank you all for those of you who hit that like button. Those of you guys who rest. The rest of you guys who are left, go ahead and hit that like button one time for me. Damn, look at it's a glowing hour right now. Look at the setup right here. Dope. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow at the weigh-ins. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate you. Share, like, and subscribe.